So, as an artist, you are already super sensitive about your work. I know, I'm an artist. And when you send that artwork out into the world and it gets rejected, you may want to fight somebody. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to fight. Hi, my name is David Odoy and I'm an illustrator. So, in this video, you're going to get to see me draw and you're going to hear me talk about something that I think affects all artists nationwide. And that's called portfolio blindness. So, let's talk about it. So right now, you're watching me draw a little girl who just walked up to her plant and caught a caterpillar helping itself to the leaves. And judging by her face, she's not too happy about that. But this drawing isn't actually about something cute. It's me. You're watching me put a hard lesson I had to learn into action. Because for a long time, my portfolio was missing something that I didn't even realize until I got rejected over and over and over again. So it is portfolio blindness. To me, it doesn't mean your art isn't good. It means there's a disconnect, especially when you're creating art for someone else. When you're making art that feels right to you, that's okay because you're expressing your vision and honoring your own creativity. But when you're submitting work for a client, the goal changes. You're trying to meet their specific needs now. Portfolio blindness shows up when you can't see that your work doesn't quite fit what's being asked for. So you're still creating, but your direction is off. And that's easy to miss when you've been working from your own perspective for so long. Well, that's exactly where I found myself. I built my brand, The Dino Smiles, around bright, happy characters, ones that literally just stood there and smiled. And that worked perfectly fine because I offered stationery and graphic tees with this artwork. You can check it out right here. So a long-standing dream of mine is to be a children's book illustrator. I want to be an author illustrator because I have some funny stories that I do want to tell. But since I do offer illustration services as my career of choice, and I'm a mom, so I've seen children's book illustration over the years, I thought, well, my art, it's cute, it fits. Why not marry the two together? Why not get work as a children's book illustrator, right? Makes sense. So once I started applying to different agencies, agents, publishing houses, they all told me no. I got rejected every time. At first, I thought maybe it's just not the right time for me. But after getting so many no's, I had to ask myself, what's wrong? What am I missing? Turns out my portfolio wasn't telling a story. Yes, my characters were cute, but they weren't doing anything. No action, no depth, no movement, and that's a problem. Not just for children's books, but for any kind of illustration where storytelling matters. Think about it. Whether you're designing for editorial, branding, concept art, or animation, the ability to create engaging, expressive, and dynamic work is what separates a good portfolio from a great one. Clients, brands, and publishers aren't just looking for technically strong work. They want art that connects with the reader. So, how did I fix it? Now, I need you to know that I didn't go to art school, so no one ever taught me this stuff in a classroom. I took a few online courses, attended webinars, and even became a member of the Society of Children Book Writers and Illustrators, known as SQIBI. And I asked questions whenever I could. And slowly, I started to see the difference between a nice illustration and one that pulls you in. That's why I'm drawing this piece that you're watching. Instead of just showing a cute little girl, I'm showing a little girl reacting to something unexpected. That one change, adding her expression and adding details in the image to show what's happening, even her body language. Changing that, adding that element into my art makes this whole thing feel more alive. It's a moment, not just a drawing. Like I'm capturing a moment here. So if you are like me and you think you're suffering from portfolio blindness, here's a few things you could try. This is what I did, and this is what I've done in the past for other rejections that I've gotten, but specifically for wanting to do children's book illustration, these are the things that I had to do just so that I can get an agent. And I'm happy to say that I have an agent. I haven't done any work yet, but I did secure an agent who was nice enough to explain to me what I was missing as well. She did a really good job in seeing the potential and telling me, okay, this is what you need to work on. All right, so these are the few things that I've done just to get over this portfolio blindness that I was suffering. First thing that you should do is you should actually take a break. I know it sounds counterproductive, but you know, as an artist, you can get stuck in drawing something for hours. So when you're working on something for so long, it's actually a good idea to stop, go for a walk, exercise, take a nap, eat lunch, do something different just to break up the monotony of your time sitting there drawing so that you can get a fresh perspective. It refreshes the brain when you take a break. So if you've been staring at your work for too long, step away, then come back and ask yourself, would someone understand what's happening in this image without any words? So that's one thing you could do. Another thing you could do is ask for genuine feedback, not just, oh, that's nice kind of feedback. You have to have tough skin and let people tell you the truth. You need people who will tell you what's working and what's not. Speak to other artists, mentors, even people outside of the art community or people who aren't artists can help you see things from a fresh perspective, and that can help you approach your art differently. Another thing you can try is studying portfolios of successful artists. This one, I think we do this unknowingly, but once you have an idea of what you want to do, you should seek out the people who are doing it and learn from them. Not steal from them, not copy them outright, but learn from them. See what they're doing. Look at your work, look at their work, make comparisons so that you can grow. Study the portfolio of successful artists in the industry you want to work in and ask yourself what makes their work stand out. How do they use expression, movement, storytelling, all of that? You have to keep learning. That's just a part of the process. You are never so masterful that you can't learn something new. So if you don't know something, go learn it. Take courses, join communities, watch tutorials. And when you've done all of this and you're finally ready to sit down and draw again, then ask yourself, what is this piece trying to say? What are you trying to say through your piece? And what emotion or action do you want to show? And then try to show that. When you start thinking this way, your work will start to feel more engaging and impactful. Like I said, rejection isn't fun, but sometimes it's exactly what you need to push your work further. If I hadn't stopped to figure out what was missing, I'd be submitting the same portfolio and then getting frustrated with the no's, because now I see why they said no. I see why. But if I didn't stop to learn, I would be setting myself up for failure. And you don't want to do that. Take it from me. You don't want to do that because it weighs down on your self-belief. You don't want to keep getting no's to the point where you don't want to create anymore. That's not okay. I had so much fun working on the little bug, on the girl, knowing that I was telling a story without using words. It was so much fun. So if you have a similar experience about rejection where it didn't cause you to stop, it just caused you to assess the situation and change your approach, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your responses. If you're an artist and you're looking for a space where art is celebrated, you're in the right space. I'm so glad that you're here. And I would love for you, if not already, to like, share, and subscribe this video. And I will be making more like this. So I do hope you enjoy. Let me know. So until next time, this is Davia Odoy. Thanks for watching.